Ladies and gentlemen, if you suffer from low libido, poor drive, or subpar bedroom performance, don't skip this ad. Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of the Blackout Nadokinase cocktail, has created a powerful dietary supplement, strong enough for men, yet safe enough for women. Introducing Vasoflux, a unique blend of 20 herbs, barks, roots, and compounds designed to turn back the hands of time. Vasoflux is made of ingredients clinically proven to help improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, increase libido for both men and women, improve performance, increase energy and drive, and reduce menopausal symptoms in women while restoring virility in men. For more info, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call toll-free at 1-800-853-7856. And remember, if you want to turn back the clock, try Vasoflux.
Poncho hustle, plus see the bomb in the booth, counting coins like Chucky from Swan. How the most easy with the ends gon' bow down, ballin' clowning like Benzo.
I overlook my competition, never seeing him. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
The marijuana-thon continues. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. That's TMC. Available on all digital platforms. Originally up off the Loke EP on my mama tap in or tap out. Dark Conflict knows something about the section for him to be able to declare that. I know we talked about the video of the Caucasian sergeant assaulting our young brother who, you know, had the poise to remain so calm and be such a gentleman amongst such a violent attack and approach, similar of some of the poise we've seen Martin Luther King express. He didn't punk out. He stood firm. He was sarcastic in his questioning by being approached in such a ridiculous way. I love the way he handled himself with such a larger individual. It was a lot of ways to cower out right there, and now I won't even say cower out, to bow out, and would still be well within his realms of intelligence and no lack of manhood. But he stood tall, he stood bigger than the individual that was pressing on him, man. Salute to that young man. I love the way you handled yourself, man. You wasn't no fool. It wasn't like he was just sticking a stick at a bear, but he stood his ground. He didn't run, tuck his tail, bow out, agree with nothing that didn't make sense just for the sake of being safe or anything of that nature, man. I love that. But it's cold how the military is implicated in that story. And then when it come to our brother who was driving his vehicle, and then he was assaulted by officers, forced to get out of his vehicle, went in fatigues, treated as if he was a wanted fugitive, pre-identified, broken out from prison. I wouldn't imagine him treating one of them any other different. And it just reminds us that a lot of what we focus on is designed and put in place for us to focus on it, so we don't focus on what matters for us overall. United we stand, divided we fall, divide and conquer. It all applies. Distract them. Give the most influential ones amongst them enough of the goods that they'll be distracted from the cause, to where they'll never sacrifice what they got going on for the cause of those left behind that still are way living a subpar existence. House nigga concept. It's just magnified, and we don't see it anymore, because now even us, as those connected and still affiliated with those stuck in the general struggle, we don't even hold those accountable house that's in the house. We letting the house nigga come out here, hand us our issue in the cages, and give us that bullshit cap about why he can't pull no strings. Just like when you in the county jail and the trustee, you trying to get him to make a move for some extras, and he talking about you ain't gonna, man, this my job. Nigga, when you out of there, they gonna replace you, and we gonna keep it moving. Y'all be hearing about how they say the essays got it cracking in the county jail, and the pens and all that, and the niggas don't. That's cause, nigga, wish the trustee would tell them it ain't finna go down. What? You gonna get your issue. But this is the concept that just keeps being played out in our community. Oh, mama, and we just got to be more focused on what matters, y'all. And how well anybody can manipulate a ball at any given time is irrelevant to the issues that we're dealing with on a consistent basis. When are we going to get a nucleus of influential people with the fortitude of a Muhammad Ali to just think of the effect he made as an individual? But we need there are far many more people in that spotlight. Muhammad Ali shared a very large spotlight all alone. There are a number of people as influential, or if not more influential, as Muhammad Ali was in his time, in his prime, that could be a lot more effective for the cause if they possessed a portion of the fortitude and character and integrity, concern and passion for the cause of the people as he did. And there's a disparity. And you see what's going on in Minnesota. From George to Dante. I'm told that this is in Minnesota as well, y'all. I just may be mistaken, but I've been told. I believe I read. I haven't been told. I believe I read that this also took place in Minnesota. So if you see how, just in general, we get our issue in America, right? Especially when it comes to those dressed in that uniform, considered law enforcement. You don't have to be, because you could get a Zimmerman, you could be a Trayvon Martin, you could be a Natasha Harlan, you could be an Emmett Till. We know that. But when it comes to that uniform, you know how it go when it comes to us. So, we can't flinch or nothing. We shot dead, and they're justified. How do you explain this on my mama?
Oh my God. Oh, hell no. The cop is on there! Oh. Oh my God. Oh, hell no. The cop is on there!
White suspect survived that, gets away. How? They got the assault thing and all that. How? I do not understand. There's another one, some white boy named Jerry beating up two police on the side of the road, took their baton, beat them with their baton, jumped in their car, took their whip. Somebody on the off camera's like, "No, Jerry, you're going to get in trouble." And they tussled with him and let him get away with all that. What in the entire fee naijna? And another thing I remember they said about that retired or ex-sergeant that assaulted and violated and pressed our young brother, once he bailed out, he got an escort. They went over, man. If I could go read the story. It's a whole story on how well the police protected him after that group of people showed up at his house, though. Oh, by mama. Oh, man. Some gonna give. It's a lot of factors that indicate the future will be more fair. Mathematically, it doesn't appear that it'll happen within our living time, not what we would consider an entirely different situation. However, just based on the numbers by population, interracial, reproducing, they have to be. That's why there's so many factors in work against nature, because nature dictates that the considered majority now, which is the Euro in America, that is just mathematically, scientifically impossible to remain if things continue to take place on a natural course like they are. Therefore, based on the knowledge of now what already happened, the system of supremacy that they have established is definitely threatened. To establish it again will be utterly impossible from what an intelligent mind would consider. However, through our financial system and a whole nother system of slavery, the entire thing that which is the U.S. is in a whole lot of trouble based on the debt and the actual players who are in control of this corporation and not country. Oh, mama. I done switched a whole nother subject. You nigga You alright, Spy. The difference now, though, from then to our current time is the cultural value system of our people. Integration, slow progress for all people, but white people, bro. Yeah, it's so much to soak up and soak in when you think about it. I've spent so much of my life distracted with other ideas, issues, and interests, never quite realizing how far more important the plight of our people should have been impressed upon my personal perception and possible. I just got sprung on the peas. I could have said something I thought. With all due respect, it's a lot going on right here in LA and Compton. The executioners and banditos, sheriff gangs are killing blacks and browns. Remember Dante Taylor or Dijon Kizzy or Andres Guerrero or 187 on my mama and them. On my mama and them. It's so hard to remember all the names. It's so many names because that is the closest to home if you think about it. But, this is what the police have been established to do from day one, were to keep us out of play, out of pocket, so we won't be a part of the scenario. They were really slave catchers, and then they became police. Art of war. The diabolical thinking that it takes. Sacrificing some of yours for the cause is never off the list as an option. That's why we have a draft. That's why you have a concept of suicide bombers, frontliners. No general goes to war assuming there will be no casualties suffered on his side. That would be foolish. So, to think that the police and prison system is not a direct extension of the slavery system because there are other participants on the bad end of it other than us will be unwise, because in the art of war, in order to conquer your enemy, sacrificing some of your own is one of the most effective tactics, especially if you want to lull somebody to sleep and make them think they're not being treated with war tactics. My mama, if you trying to convince a group of people that sacrificing your baby is something that God desires, I mean, in a cult sense, the best way to get them to think that the best way to convince them is to what? Lead by an example.
Nigga, Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned.
Black Box Productions.